Chapter 10. Take away Adam's wisdom from the serpent. The serpent, one who is ruled by Adam. Before the serpent was banished from Eden, Adam ruled over it. For there to be peace in Eden, the serpent must live while being governed over by Adam. But due to the sin of disobedience, the peace of Eden broke apart. Until now, Eve heard God's word carelessly and distorted it. The serpent deceived them regarding the word, and Adam was deceived. Now in the era of love, the things of God appear, and they are perfectly revealed. The end of all the days of their lives has come, and the era of God has come. It has become time, so God seizes and binds the dragon and throws it into the bottomless pit. When he seizes the dragon, we come to know what we had been deceived by in the meantime. We open our eyes and see. It was the dragon who sat in God's place and was constantly governing. Now, if God comes and seizes the dragon, and it becomes the serpent of old, Eden is restored at such time, and we go inside of it. The era comes when we freely eat God's things. The reason God opens the Word in the Spirit is to tell us to open our eyes. Then Adam becomes the one who rules over the serpent. The serpent disguised as Adam. God entrusted Eden to Adam. He gave Adam the authority to dominate and govern. He never entrusted it to the serpent. But currently, does not the serpent drag Adam around? The serpent, who should be crawling on the earth, has become a dragon and is agitating the heavens. The serpent is disguised as Adam. Now, Adam inside us must open his eyes. Life must rise. So God will bind the dragon. God also finds Adam, and in Eden he calls out, "Adam, Adam." Adam must open his eyes. He must find again the authority to govern. This way, political power changes. The serpent who was disguised as Adam finds its rightful place and goes inside. Then Adam will come out of the serpent and call out to God. Adam at the point of death because the serpent is master. Now, we must open the eyes of our spirits and see God's word. If we look at the Bible in the flesh, we are only eating dust that is covered. We eat dust every day, but we sweat profusely as we labor, and nothing comes inside. Even though we eat dust, we fall due to problems, and when we get up, we fall again. Although it seems as if we have filled up with dust, it is not entering inside. Such dust does not become Adam's food for the inside, but it only becomes food for the serpent. Dust has no spiritual life force. So we have hardships, prayers do not come out, and we are only irritable without joy. Life cannot rise from inside. Its eyes are covered. It wears the garments of skin, so its eyes are covered and cannot see. Yet, while the serpent's eyes are covered, it sees the dust all too well. The dust eaten by the serpent has no life force. Has no life force. Now, all the days of Adam's life must come. The day to eat from the tree of life must come quickly. God hid the tree of life so that he could give it to Adam. In Genesis 3:22, the Lord said, "The man has now become like one of us, knowing good and evil. He must not be allowed to reach out his hand and take also from the tree of life and eat and live forever." And he guarded the path of the tree of life with a cherubim and flaming sword. If Adam labors all the days of his life and comes back, God opens that path and feeds Adam. Adam must open his eyes so that Eve also lives and the serpent obeys. But the serpent is still the master, so Adam is at the point of dying inside. No matter how much he tries to get up, he cannot rise because he is buried in dust. Only the dust with no life force constantly enters inside. So in his endeavors to plow, he merely sweats. Eve must go inside Adam. God gave Adam the authority to rule over Eden. But they were deceived by the serpent's temptation, and the authority to rule was snatched away by disobedience. Spiritually, the heart inside us is Adam. Thought is Eve, and the flesh is affiliated with the serpent. For the spirit to be at peace, the heart inside us must rule over our thoughts and flesh. Is it all right that the flesh controls the heart through our thoughts? This is the one who received the curse, the one who came from the outside of Eden, that is, humanly attachments, which flow by riding the flesh. We live by moving according to our flesh, so the flesh is the king. But for the spirit to be peaceful, the king of that land must bow down. To restore peace, truth must seize the serpent. In Eden, Eve and the serpent made a problem arise. Eve should have been one with Adam, but she became one with the serpent. In this way, our thoughts live for the flesh and try not to follow the heart. Satan takes advantage of the opportunity of thought, comes inside, and controls the heart. Things in the flesh is the work of the serpent. The work of the serpent seizes Eve and moves Adam. The heart is not like this, but thought moves with the flesh. Since thought takes hold of things in the flesh, the heart also moves with it. While doing this, the heart is made to commit a crime. Such work began starting from Eden. We must receive the truth of heaven into our hearts. To fulfill heaven, we must follow the way the heart desires. Until now, the flesh and thought had conducted my heart. Now, the restoration of Eden is that the movement of my heart rules over my flesh and thought. That God made Eve with Adam's one rib means thought came out of the heart, and it must go back inside. Only one rib must remain, and it must go back inside Adam in order for there to be peace. That only one rib remains and goes inside Adam is to let nothing go inside of thought. If Eve goes inside of Adam, the serpent cannot control thought with the things in the flesh. Adam rules over the serpent. The heart rules over the flesh. Now, in the era of love, the heart receives the authority to rule over thought and flesh. Take away Adam's wisdom from the serpent. God put Adam in the Garden of Eden so that Adam could work it and take care of it. He told Adam that he was free to eat from any tree in the garden, but not from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. He did not make this kind of command to the serpent, and Eve could not hear this command. The command that said not to eat was only given to Adam. But the serpent made the command confusing, the command that told Adam not to eat. They were deceived, and Eve ate and gave some to Adam. It would not matter if Adam did not eat it, but because he ate, problems arose due to disobedience. God gives the law only to his own child. He gives the covenant only to the one who became one. But if the person who has the covenant comes in contact with the other, this person dies. So whom was the serpent trying to drag down? The serpent was there to drag Adam down. This is because wisdom is inside of Adam. The serpent obtained the wisdom that Adam had with him, and God must find this wisdom again. It must be returned to its rightful place. Now, in the era of love, God finds his thing that was lost in Eden. God said to learn wisdom from the serpent, so wisdom must be taken away from the serpent and returned. But how could he take away and bring back a thing of God's that was snatched away? Such thing is one part of the inside of God. It is the one rib that came out from the inside of Adam. In the end, God is trying to take that away and put it in its rightful place. The serpent has used that wisdom until now, but God sent Jesus so that he could find it again. Now, that wisdom enters the inside of God. Truth, that is Jesus who is the tree of life, must come so that wisdom can be taken away from the serpent and put back in the right place. Adam is able to obtain this wisdom again due to truth. God does not accept things that are not his, and wisdom belongs to God. And so, for Eden to be restored, the wisdom of Adam must be taken away from the serpent. If Adam rises, the restoration of Eden, God's sound moves from inside me and calls out to Adam. The strong power that leads the human, I, is inside of his word. So I must throw myself away and focus on the word. Now, if the words of the era of love, that is, the word opened in the spirit, enters inside me, Adam rises from within me, and life opens its eyes. Adam inside us must rise. Adam must open his eyes and receive God's sound. If Adam rises, Eden becomes restored. If Eden becomes restored, Eve and the serpent obey. He comes again to raise up the one who came out with a red line drawn in Eden. It is not the flesh. He raises life, which is inside, and he lifts life up. So if Adam opens his eyes and rise, Eden becomes restored.